When you think about giving a public speech, what happens? Do your hands start shaking, palms start sweating, you start feeling a little fidgety, itchy? Does your heart drop a little bit? Those are your nerves. We all experience nervousness in our own ways. It's hard for me personally to speak in front of a big group of people, but the tips in this course have helped me overcome the pains of nervousness that I felt before every single speech in middle and high school. According to the book, there are various ways of overcoming nervousness while delivering a speech, and there are also ways to use it to your own advantage. The book introduces a term called positive nervousness, which is described as a controlled nervousness that helps energize a speaker for his or her presentation. I hope this speech delivers information that helps you deal with your nervousness while giving speech in a healthy way, and also use your nervousness to your own advantage. In this speech, I will be informing on some tips this course taught me that helped me deal with my nervousness. Number 1, which is acquiring speaking experience. Number 2, proper preparation. And number 3, understanding that most nervousness is not visible whatsoever. I will begin by explaining how one can gain speaking experience and how that can lead to an ease in the nervousness during the deliverance of a speech. Nervousness is normal, and that's a fact. Everyone experiences a sense of nervousness when taking on an activity that's virtually foreign to them. If the individual were to neglect these feelings when they arose and ran away from them, there would be no progress in the world. We must use our nervousness to our own advantage while also becoming accustomed to the task at hand. The book tells you that just by enrolling into this speech class, that you are making the first steps into diminishing your nervousness while speech making. In your speech class, you are required to give plenty of speeches, which gives you speaking experience that can help you feel at ease while delivering future speeches. Also, in speech class, you feel safer to make mistakes because your teacher knows and understands that you are a novice speaker and they're not going to be expecting a "I have a dream" type speech from you. They're expecting a couple mess ups. So if you do, they'll correct you, and then that will help you in the future with your future endeavors in speech. Speaking in class is also a very effective way to build up your public speaking skills, because personally, I get really, really nervous and tongue-tied when I have to speak in class, like ask a question or do anything that makes people's attention drawn to me. So if you get used to asking and answering questions in class and articulating your words correctly while other students are paying attention to you and listening, that could carry over into your public speaking skills and help. So once you have the adequate amount of experience speaking to groups of people, being fully and properly prepared is the next step to overcoming nervousness while giving a speech. So preparation is key to any good speech. Being well prepared and will minimize any doubts that may arise before and during the speech. If you understand and cognize the material you are delivering, nervousness will start to diminish because you'll be confident in what you're saying and what you're delivering to your audience. If you're prepared properly, you will be confident in the fact that you won't forget any of the information that you need to get across to this audience. Speaking about something you're passionate about can also help with the preparation of a speech. And because you're enthusiastic and already previously informed on the topic, it will make it easier to deliver your speech. According to the book, the standard rule of thumb for preparation is for each minute of speaking time requires 1 to 2 hours of preparation time, perhaps more. It may seem like a lot of devotion into preparation, but it's worth it, and the afterpay is much more worth it than going up there and being shaky and not knowing what you're gonna say next and having to look down at your cards. The payoff is great if you use that standard rule of thumb. You can even take your preparation a step further to ensure impressive results by presenting to your friends, your family, even though they're safe and won't harshly criticize you. It's helpful to deliver your speech to people you trust before you take on a whole group of people who don't know you and who are judging you. So, lastly, it is important to understand that most nervousness isn't visible. Many beginners are afraid that their nervousness will show while giving the speech, which in turn makes them even more nervous. It also takes away from some of their focus and tends to lead to stuttering, which is never good. So, I'm a little bit nervous right now, but I don't think it's particularly visible to the audience watching. I can personally attest to this being a fact, that most nervousness isn't visible. I always thought my nervousness was super visible to the audience I was delivering my speeches to in the past, but after reading this section of the book, I realized that it was mostly in my head and most people could not even tell I was nervous. And it really calmed me down and helped me with some of my public speaking affairs at school. It is hard to speak with poise and assurance when you think you look awkward and tense. It messes with your psyche. So, one experienced speaker from the book says that your nervous system may be giving you 1,000 shocks, but the viewer can only see a few of them. The listeners will not be able to really see what you're going through up there. Your palms could be sweating and your heart pounding out of your chest, but you could still look perfectly calm and collected to the listener's eyes, which could inadvertently help you feel less tense. It helps to know that you look confident and in control while giving your speech, and help you deliver a much better speech. Overall, your nervousness is not as noticeable as you perceive it to be. So I really hope this topic helps you in your future speech endeavors and makes you more confident in your future public speaking abilities, because I have benefited from it. This course has many great topics, but this one has helped me the most. Being uncomfortable in new situations is normal. Public speaking does not come easy to everyone, but there are ways to help. With some speaking experience, preparation, and understanding that most nervousness is not clearly visible, nervousness will begin to steadily diminish. You will be able to confidently deliver your future speeches. The next time you are given the task of delivering a speech and your hands start clamming up and your heart starts racing, remember what I said. And you can be confident that the speech will go smoothly. I promise. I believe in you.